Have you ever made a mistake and couldn't stop replaying it in your mind? That moment when you wish you could turn back time and do things differently, but instead, you find yourself stuck in a loop of regret and self-blame. That voice inside your head, the one that tells you you're not good enough, smart enough, or thin enough, it can be relentless. It picks apart every little flaw and magnifies it until it feels like the only thing that defines you. That's your inner critic. We all have one. It's that nagging voice that seems to know exactly how to hit where it hurts the most. But sometimes, that inner voice becomes overly critical, turning from a helpful guide into a harsh judge. It starts to hold us back from living our best lives. When we constantly criticize ourselves, we create a cycle of negativity that can be difficult to break free from. This cycle can trap us in a state of perpetual self-doubt and fear. When we constantly criticize ourselves, we create a cycle of negativity that can be difficult to break free from. This cycle can trap us in a state of perpetual self-doubt and fear. We start to believe that we are not capable of achieving our goals or that we don't deserve happiness. This negative self-talk can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. It can affect our relationships, our work, and our overall well-being. This negative self-talk can lead to stress, anxiety, and even depression. But there is good news. You don't have to be a prisoner to your inner critic. But there is good news. You can learn to quiet that critical voice and practice self-compassion instead. It's a skill that can be developed with time and effort. You can learn to quiet that critical voice and practice self-compassion instead. Self-compassion is simply treating yourself with the same kindness, concern, and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. Self-compassion is simply treating yourself with the same kindness, concern, and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, including you, and that's okay. And understanding that you would offer to a good friend. It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, including you, and that's okay. It's about embracing your imperfections and acknowledging that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. It's about recognizing that everyone makes mistakes, including you, and that's okay. It's about embracing your imperfections and acknowledging that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. When you start to practice self-compassion, you begin to see yourself in a new light, and that's okay. It's about embracing your imperfections and acknowledging that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. When you start to practice self-compassion, you begin to see yourself in a new light. You start to understand that you are not defined by your mistakes, but by how you grow and learn from them, and acknowledging that you are worthy of love and belonging just as you are. When you start to practice self-compassion, you begin to see yourself in a new light. You start to understand that you are not defined by your mistakes, but by how you grow and learn from them. You realize that you are a work in progress, and that's perfectly okay. Embrace your journey, be kind to yourself, and remember that you are enough, just as you are. Why are we so hard on ourselves in the first place? It's a question that many of us grapple with daily. We often find ourselves caught in a cycle of self-criticism and doubt, wondering why we can't seem to be kinder to ourselves. Often it stems from a desire to protect ourselves. We think that by being our own harshest critics, we can shield ourselves from the judgment and criticism of others. It's a defense mechanism, a way to preemptively strike before anyone else can. We believe that if we are critical of ourselves, we can avoid making mistakes in the future. This mindset convinces us that self-criticism is a tool for improvement, a way to ensure that we don't repeat past errors. We set high standards and push ourselves relentlessly, thinking this will lead to success. Or maybe we think that being hard on ourselves will motivate us to achieve more. We tell ourselves that tough love is necessary, that without it, we would become complacent and unproductive. This belief drives us to work harder, stay up later, and push through exhaustion. However, research shows that self-criticism actually has the opposite effect. Instead of propelling us forward, it holds us back. Studies have found that excessive self-criticism can lead to anxiety, depression, and a decrease in overall well-being. When we are constantly criticizing ourselves, it erodes our self-esteem and makes us less likely to take risks or try new things. The fear of failure becomes overwhelming, and we start to doubt our abilities. This self-doubt can be paralyzing, preventing us from pursuing opportunities and achieving our goals. We become paralyzed by the fear of failure, and this prevents us from reaching our full potential. The constant negative self-talk creates a barrier that is difficult to overcome. It keeps us stuck in a cycle of inaction and regret. So if self-criticism isn't the answer, what is? The key lies in shifting our mindset from self-criticism to self-compassion. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. It means recognizing our imperfections and mistakes without harsh judgment. The answer lies in cultivating self-compassion. By being gentle with ourselves, we can create a supportive inner environment that fosters growth and resilience. Self-compassion allows us to learn from our mistakes without being weighed down by them. It encourages us to take risks and embrace new challenges with confidence. Imagine that your best friend just called you, feeling down about a mistake they made. What would you say to them? Would you berate them and tell them they're not good enough? Of course not. You'd offer them words of comfort, support, and encouragement. So why not extend the same kindness to yourself? The next time you make a mistake, try talking to yourself in the same way you would talk to a friend. Instead of saying, "I'm so stupid, I can't believe I did that," try saying, "Everyone makes mistakes." It's okay to feel disappointed, but don't beat yourself up about it. Section 4. Mindfulness. Your thoughts are not facts. One of the most important steps in cultivating self-compassion is to develop mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. When we are mindful, we become aware of our thoughts and feelings without getting swept away by them. This is important because our thoughts are not always facts. Just because you think something negative about yourself doesn't mean it's true. For example, you might have the thought, "I'm a failure." But is that really true? Have you failed at everything you've ever tried? Probably not. Section 5. Embrace your imperfections. We live in a society that often celebrates perfection. We see airbrushed models in magazines and perfectly curated lives on social media. It's easy to start believing that we need to be perfect in order to be worthy of love and acceptance. But the truth is, no one is perfect. We all have flaws and make mistakes. It's what makes us human. Instead of trying to hide your imperfections, embrace them. Your flaws are part of what makes you unique and interesting. Section 6. What does self-compassion look and feel like? Self-compassion is about being kind to yourself, even when you mess up. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a close friend. Imagine how you would comfort a friend who is going through a tough time. You would likely offer them words of encouragement, a listening ear, and a gentle reminder that they are not alone. Self-compassion is about extending that same level of care and empathy to yourself. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of love and belonging, just as you are. This means accepting yourself, flaws and all, and understanding that your worth is not determined by your achievements or mistakes. It's about embracing your humanity and acknowledging that everyone makes mistakes and faces challenges. By doing so, you create a space for self-acceptance and growth. Self-compassion doesn't mean you ignore your mistakes or pretend they don't matter. Instead, it involves acknowledging your mistakes and learning from them without harsh self-criticism. It's about being honest with yourself while also being gentle. When you make a mistake, instead of berating yourself, you can take a moment to reflect on what happened, understand why it happened, and think about how you can improve in the future. It simply means that you approach yourself with understanding and kindness. This can involve practicing mindfulness, where you observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It can also mean engaging in self-care activities that nurture your body and mind. Whether it's taking a relaxing bath, reading a good book, or spending time in nature, self-compassionate actions help you to recharge and reconnect with yourself. When you practice self-compassion, you'll notice a shift in your inner dialogue. Your self-talk becomes more positive and supportive. Instead of beating yourself up, you'll start to offer yourself words of encouragement and support. You might find yourself saying things like, "It's okay to make mistakes," or "I'm doing my best and that's enough." This shift in perspective can have a profound impact on your overall well-being. Instead of beating yourself up, you'll start to offer yourself words of encouragement and support. You'll begin to recognize your strengths and celebrate your achievements no matter how small they may seem. Placing motivational sticky notes around your workspace or giving yourself a thumbs up in the mirror can be simple yet powerful ways to reinforce positive self-talk. You'll begin to recognize that you are not your mistakes and that you are capable of growth and change. Self-compassion allows you to see setbacks as opportunities for learning and development. It encourages you to keep moving forward, even when things get tough. By practicing self-compassion, you cultivate resilience and a deeper sense of self-worth, empowering you to navigate life's challenges with grace and confidence. Section 7. Choose self-compassion. Choosing self-compassion is a daily practice. It's about making a conscious effort to be kind to yourself, even when it feels difficult. It's about challenging your inner critic and replacing negative self-talk with words of self-love and acceptance. Remember, you are worthy of your own compassion. Start today, start small, and watch how your life transforms when you choose to be kind to yourself. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more content on self-compassion and personal growth.